When people talk about peer pressure, they usually refer to the old school cliche where they refer to bad crowd pushing you into the dark corner. But let's be honest for a moment. What happens after the noise dies down? The room is dark and you're all alone. The room is quiet and there is no endless scroll to keep you distracted. And that's usually when another type of noise creeps in. It is the heavy, suffocating noise of expectation. It's the voice that asks, are you doing enough? Are you not lagging behind? What are you even doing with your life? Is this what your peers are achieving? And trust me, I know that feeling intimately. I remember back in school, I had piles of books that I had to read preparing for exams. And it just felt like if I should take a break from reading, it seemed like my future would crash down. It feels like you're running a race and you don't even know the finish line. And that is exhausting. Today, we're talking about how to protect your peace when the world expects so much from you. We need to set the foundation right. It is not possible to build a fulfilled life on a burned out mind. The first thing we want to talk about is the trap of academic perfection. We're talking about your school and career. In our culture, the pressure to achieve isn't just a suggestion. It feels like it is a law. When you internalize the idea that you're only valuable when you have the 100% score, you're setting up yourself for anxiety. You start sacrificing your sleep, mental clarity, just so you maintain that image. At Youth Balance, we don't preach toxic hustle culture. What we preach is practical excellence. And what does that mean? It means shifting your focus from the panic of the final results and instead putting it into small, healthy, consistent, and daily habits. It means knowing when to study with focus and also the maturity to say, my brain needs to rest right now, because you know that rest is also a part of the success strategy. True excellence is sustainable. So if your habits are destroying your peace of mind, then what you're doing is not excellent. It is stressful. But the pressure doesn't stop in the classroom, does it? No, it follows you into social circles. When people talk about peer pressure, they usually refer to the old school cliche where they refer to bad crowd pushing you into the dark corner. But that is not the same now. In the real world, the modern peer pressure is much quieter. It is subtle. It is the pressure for you to join a group chat gossip just so you don't be the odd one out. It is a pressure to spend money on a lifestyle that you can't afford just so that you belong. It is a pressure to mask who you really are, to change how you talk or the things to care about just so you are not judged. To survive this, you have to build internal resilience. It is knowing who you are so deeply that the crowd cannot change your direction. You need to practice setting boundaries. And I will give you a couple of simple boundary scripts that you can use this week. Next time you are pushed to do something, or to go somewhere, or to speak on a matter that does not align with your peace, you don't need to create a dramatic argument. You can simply look them in the eye and say, that's not really my vibe, but you guys have fun. Or I'm focusing my energy on something else right now. Saying no to the crowd isn't a social failure. In fact, it is a massive power move. It shows that you value your own internal balance more than the approval of people who are likely as insecure as you are. Whether it's a toxic conversation or an unrealistic study schedule that leaves you no time to sleep, or an invitation you only want to accept out of guilt, I want you to say a firm no. Say a polite no to that one thing. Because when you say no to things that drain you, then you are finally saying yes to your own peace of mind. Thank you for sitting with me today. Remember that balance isn't something you find, you create it. I am Miss J, and keep thriving.
Through every hurdle, we build the